The heart is the pumping organ, and in this module we will study the structure and function of different portions of heart. Human heart is a muscle actually, and it moves 2000 gallons of blood each day, and it beats between 60 to 100 times per minute. And a heart wall is composed of 3 layers. First of all is the endocardium, then there is myocardium layer, and then is epicardium layer. And I have gathered a definition about different parts of the heart. You can see here that heart is divided into 4 chambers: right atrium, right ventricle, left atrium, and left ventricle. We will study the definition of these portions one by one, and here we can also see that there is superior vena cava, pulmonary veins, aorta, left pulmonary artery, and pulmonary veins. Right atrium actually receives deoxygenated blood from the superior vena cava and pumps it into the right ventricle. And right ventricle receives deoxygenated blood from the right atrium and pumps it to the pulmonary artery. Here we can see that left atrium is larger than the right atrium, and it receives oxygenated blood from the pulmonary veins and pumps it into the left ventricle. And left ventricle is larger than the right ventricle, and it receives oxygenated blood from the left atrium and pumps it into the aorta. And aorta is the largest artery in the human body, and it receives oxygenated blood from the left ventricle of the heart and moves it to all parts of the body. Here we can see that pulmonary veins carry oxygenated blood from the lungs to the left atrium of the heart, and there is interesting fact that they are the only veins that carry oxygenated blood. And inferior vena cava is the large vein that carries deoxygenated blood from the lower half of the body into the heart. And we have another part which is superior vena cava, and it is large but short vein that carries deoxygenated blood from the upper half of the body to the heart's right atrium. Now we will see various kinds of valves present in the heart. Actually, heart has 2 pairs of valves. One pair is atrioventricular valves, and they guard the opening between the atria and the ventricles. They are known as AV valves. We can see here the bicuspid valve and the tricuspid valve. And then we have semilunar valves, and they guard the exit from the ventricles to the arterial system. And the pulmonary valve is located at the exit of a right ventricle. Here we can see pulmonary semilunar valve, and the aortic valve is located at the exit of left ventricle. Here we can see the aortic semilunar valve. So that is all about the basic structure of the heart, which is the pumping organ.